Hi Jackie, it's John Wanoa here in Auckland, Otahuhu. Today is 25th of April 2017. Look, I'm in shorts. Yeah, that's how warm it is, and you're cold, you're freezing. I can see the ice in where you are, in Scotland. Brrr. It's better over here, it's warmer and better weather. Anyway, carry on with the work. We're doing pretty fine. You read the documents I just put on and you'll see the history of what happened here in New Zealand with the Manukau company in Scotland was hijacked here by the New South Wales pirates in government of Wellington and Beehive right now. That's why they are the biggest fraud out in the world here in New Zealand under the Queen. That's why the Queen wants a Third World War. It's because of this flag here that's causing all wars, and the government here, the Prime Minister giving the Queen the consent to use the Admiralty martial law to create a war and then go in with this and seize it into the Queen's bench court, using the King's bench court authority for her devilish takeovers, conquering land and natural resources. So that's all I wanted to say. I just put some more articles on. I'm going to put the rest of the warrant together today. The WRIT warrant. I've been trying to piece all the history I've done since 20 years now with Moai Manukau, and he was trying to tell all the chiefs here that he's holding the title and that the people involved were murdered. It's the same old Rothschild trick assassination of those who are carrying the instruments. In this case, the instrument came from Roy and Wood lawyers, conveyancing land mortgage lawyers in Scotland, in Edinburgh, not Glasgow, Edinburgh, where the Manukau company was formed to sell the Manukau lands here in Auckland through Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau. See, so they called him Waikato on the instruments here, and what they've done in New Zealand and Australia in a pirate fashion, this is a pirate flag for catching pirates, and we've checkmated them with this today. Well, it was a long time, since 2008. Mohi and I sent 20 of these flags to Malta and his son Iru Manukau to put together to make this flag work in New Zealand. But the Maoris here on the New South Wales side was clouding the whole history. Now you can see quite clearly who made the instruments out of a stolen instrument of power of an emperor king. Okay, so I'm acting as the king himself, surrogate, with all the fact, evidence, stacked up in the writ of execution warrant in the same fashion to seize or conquer back all the titles, the same way as they did in 1860, about 1868. The British conquered all the titles from the New South Wales government and reissued them back to them in still attached to this contract. You see, so now we have two elements of title. You have the 1831 papal bull, apostolate, church title on my own land blocks in Tikitiki. The first Church of England was created there as the papal bull title in New Zealand and for the whole rest of the world in the Church of England's title. So they sent them in first, the bishops and the priests and the reverends. We had Reverend Wanoa and Reverend Ka, C-A-R-R. It's now K-A-A. That's a Maori interpretation of the English Ka. So that's fine. Rawata Ka looks like a Maori, looks like me, and the same colour, but we are partners at that date. 21st of April, I think it is, 1831. That's when that papal bull title was put together on my land in my marae. Jackie and Jaymie, if you're watching this, Jaymie, I've left you there to read all the documents and get a handle of it. So that a land block formed the basis of a native title through the church at the earliest date of the reign of King William IV, 1830 to 1837, monarchy, sovereign authority over these lands at that date, 1830 to 1837, when he died. But that's when all these land transactions were occurring with this flag, 1834 flag. So from the 1831 legacy of connection to Britain, that started off these Manukau land titles, because Te Ra Waikato Wharehere Manukau went to England with Hongi Hika, more Cook Islander. Those two were related because the Te Ra Waikato was living up in Rafiri, and that's his land up there, because I've got all the videos with Mohi Manukau, Te Mati Manukau, the fourth Paramount chief, videoing him walking up the hill to the gravesite, and it's got Rewharewha on the tombstone or memorial closest to the road on the hill, and he says, in a gravesite, John, the memorials closest to the gate is the one that's older. All the ones at the back are later. So his name was Rewharewha Manukau. Okay, that was the latest after Te Ra Waikato Wharehere Manukau of a paramount chief. Rewharewha Manukau came from down in Mangatautari, Pā. That's Te Ra Waikato Wharehere's Pā settlement site in Cambridge, Hamilton district areas, where Rewharewha Manukau came from. Okay, so there's a big long story with that right here in this title. This is the title that Captain William Cornwallis Symonds brought back from England to Manukau with the native title on it. Okay, it had all that attached to the 1830 birth certificate that I've also got on the site. It's been there for a long time. All the stuff has been there for a long time. Jackie and Jaymie, this history of the Manukau's MORIORI from Chatham Islands or Rekuhu to New Zealand, which was Hikurangi and Aorangi and Aoraki and Raki Taranaki Mountain to Aoraki or South Island, and Aorangi, the same name, with Hikurangi on the mountain up the road from Tikitiki on my land block. And the title transfer has got Rogan connecting that Hikurangi, Tikitiki land blocks to Kororareka, right there. I've got the document right there, but I'm going to put it on the writ warrant as evidence. Stacks up. Now what's happened, I'm going to tell it this way. I'm going to tell you it this way. This title was hijacked. from Captain William Cornwallis Symonds at the Manukau Heads in Puponga. He mysteriously drowned in 1941 after the treaty was signed, and then they switched it. They switched all the titles and put preemptive titles and joined the 1830 to 1839 together to make their 1840 treaty. They stole all this information of title, because that's why it's a bad title. That's what you call a bad title. The connections to the original seal from Britain is missing. There's no British seal on it. They only had their Australian New South Wales New Zealand Company versus Manukau Company. You see, in England they went there and registered their company, the New Zealand Company, while the Manukau Company was registered with that title. Because the proof is this: when you look at a land and you look at all the names, you pick the names off that belong to you, okay? Put them together in the box, put all the first ones first and the last ones last, and you'll find everyone else, Maori, cannot touch them. That's what I did when I went to the Y121 court hearing with OTS, Office of the Treaty Settlements, with Mohi Manukau, Mohi Te Mati Manukau, Paramount Chief, the fourth, and told Rachel Holbrook I got a bone to pick with her too, because I'm going to put her on the list too. Well, they're all on the list. Fabricated the Ngati Whatua's history. The Ngati Whatua and the Office of Treaty Settlements went around this title and dug up his ancestors on One Tree Hill and put John Campbell up there. So John Campbell was supposed to be the governor of New Zealand, but Wakefield got in his way. Wakefield came from the South Island on the Australian side of the British government and was trying to get a deal for this country. Well, he's in the wrong. All his ancestors down the South Island, you're going to get the bill from there. Okay, you have to pay for the use of the land, the occupation of the leased lands under this original Manukau title in Scotland. It's registered in the Roy and Wood Legal Office, Conveyancing Lawyers Office, with Captain or Lieutenant William Symonds. Okay, William Symonds and his son bought the legal sealed, king sealed documents back to the Manukau Harbour and Puponga and mysteriously disappeared. That's what's still happening with Hillary Clinton and CIA and also ISIS. They are killing people, assassinating them. They're getting their way of their titles. Well, this one is going to seize the whole lot back with this flag that you don't have a king flag. You lot. You see? Now you see, Jackie? That's why I'm up early this morning at 4. Well, I slept in a little bit, but that's fine. I need the extra hours of sleep, but I'm being working on finishing the WRIT warrant for everyone to see and to witness online. This is a trial by media through the Moai Crown King William IV Native Grand Jury Trial Court. It means when we do a case online, it can't go into any court because the judge has no one to complain and no one to defend and no one to make a ruling on and no one to make money out of. Okay, so this is crucial to get this title right. And I just wanted to say to Bundy Waitai and also Manahi Parapara, Parapara Mohini, Hirewini Karaka, these are all the chiefs up north, that it's a checkmate. It's a checkmate, Charlie. Title been switched and corrupted in the legal transfer of land, making it a bad title of lands and all its mortgage documents. This is why the Pope wants to get rid of his papal bull, Church of England and Catholic Church titles. That's why in 2008 they joined up. The Queen and the Pope made an agreement to join the two churches together. In Parnell, we filmed that. It's online, all that history put together to formulate the plan to seize back all the lands with these instruments of authority of the King flag. Okay? It's still live because no one can inquire into a private contract. And whoever's using that contract, we seize everything of the Queen and her Crown agents using this flag. I'm putting the figures on it, 970 million trillion pound note, to seize the lot with this flag. Because unless they say where they've got their authority from, whose flag, then they're in trouble. Because they're not a Manukau or a Paramount chief at that time of 1830 to 1834, cut off. 20th of March 1834, cut off. 26th of April 1831, Papal Bull. 20th of March 1834, King William IV Admiralty private contract, bank trading flag, title to the lands. That's the authority, and the church is the other authority. Okay, that's as simple as I can make it. So I hope that you've got something out of this video, because there are many more videos put together, and so I'll leave it right there. Today, I think it's Tuesday today, the 25th of April 2017, and I'll be going to Parihaka on the west coast, Taranaki, Mount Taranaki, for a hui, or meeting, with the Paramount chiefs, and calling them the commercial landowners legally and authorised mandate to take this to Westminster in their new elections coming up to fit us in. Okay, Jackie, I'm just making this broad statement on this video that we have title. We have the title. That's the real title, and that's the corrupted title. The origins of early history of Ngati Pro, Ngati Memorial College, is fraud. Fake title. And it's up against that title right now. This has been hidden. The Wanoa history has been hidden. The Moai history has been hidden, and the MORIORI history has been covered up and switched by Maori and their Pākehā offshoots. Nothing wrong with saying it that way, but I'm saying it legally in the language of Admiralty for conquering lands. There's nothing anybody can do about it unless you've got a match fit 4 tribes of this country stuck together in one title. Okay, I'm saying it that way because if you haven't got any affidavit on a video to counterclaim, rebut, or come up against this title, the Moai Crown title, the MORIORI title, which is that one, and also the King William IV title here, you're in trouble legally. Okay, so that's our theme for the day, and back I go to work. Finish it off. Okay, cheers, see you later, bye.